Good evening and welcome to RWR. This is Callie with your explosion update. It's April 9th, 2013. A major gas line explosion lit up the night sky Thursday. Investigators are trying to determine what sparked a huge fire that forced families from their home. The gas line exploded just after 9 p.m. Thursday, east of Guthrie, Oklahoma. The explosion was at a compression site where natural gas is given pressure which allows it to pump through. One employee was at the site when the mechanical failure occurred. He was able to escape without injury. Power has been restored to all 2,000 customers in San Francisco's Chinatown and North Beach neighborhoods Friday afternoon after an underground power cable failed and a manhole exploded. It happened at around 11:30 a.m. A manhole exploded in the 600 block of Bush Street near Stockton Street. The manhole cover blew off and struck a vehicle. No one was injured. Streetlights and homes were without power along 6th Avenue Northeast early Thursday evening in Minot, North Dakota, following an explosion of underground power lines near that street's intersection with 8th Street Northeast. Witnesses say they saw a mushroom cloud explosion and fire erupted from the ground. Emergency crews were called to downtown Oklahoma City after a report of an explosion and fire. The explosion happened underground while a worker from the Oklahoma Gas and Electric was working near the 100 block of West Park Avenue. A transformer failure is what prompted the explosion, according to reports, and the fire was quickly extinguished. No reports of injuries. Another grid-related event took place in St. Louis around 12:45 a.m. Monday. A blast under a manhole cover at Broadway and O'Fallon sparked a fire which knocked out electricity to the area. Several street and traffic lights were also darkened by the blast and fire. Investigators say no injuries reported. Hazmat crews responded to precious metals plating located at 2635 South Orange Avenue in Santa Ana, California, Friday, following a blast and evacuated employees. 19 employees were treated after they were exposed to chemicals. There is an investigation going on into the cause of the explosion, but they believe that chemicals overheated and caused the event. Letterkenny Fire Department responded to the report of an explosion at around 11 a.m. Friday at the Theater Readiness Monitoring Facility on Letterkenny Army Depot in Pennsylvania. The building on Booster Road was evacuated, but there was no explosion, no fire, and no injuries, according to a spokesman. A forklift hit a power pole on the outside of the building, and the impact caused the power line to disconnect from a transformer. Interesting comment below this story if you would like to link over and take a look. Commenter posted, "So what was the huge boom at 2:30 p.m. that shook my house and woke my wife from her nap? I live 8 miles from Booster Road, and we felt this. Or maybe it didn't come from Booster Road." According to Russell Goldberg, during the storm Sandy, I had power lines dropping like raindrops all around my house and transformers exploding like it was the 4th of July, and not once did my house shake to its foundation. What was the explosion? Good question. A building where garbage is cooked into fuel exploded Tuesday morning in Barnesville, Georgia. The explosion was caused by a contractor testing the hopper equipment where the garbage is deposited before it enters the heating system. No one was injured in the explosion. Squatters may be responsible for an explosion Wednesday morning at an Everett, Washington home that blew out windows and was strong enough to take it off of its foundation. The incident happened at 1200 block of 41st Street shortly after 10 a.m. According to officials, there was a report of an explosion at a house with the front door and windows blown out. Firefighters rushed to the scene to check the house, and there were no reports of injuries. Witnesses reported seeing a man on fire after an explosion at an East Texas house being remodeled in an accident that left 2 rescuers hurt. The critically burned man apparently was using solvents to refinish the floor when vapors ignited. Authorities say 2 other people who helped search the structure were treated for smoke inhalation. 3 people were hospitalized Wednesday morning after their house exploded in Geneva, Ohio. The explosion was reported at 2:36 a.m. on South Cedar Road near Beach Street. The gas has been shut off to the home along with other houses across the street. 3 people living in the home were taken to an area hospital with various burns. The reports Wednesday of an explosion and fire at the Portofino Apartments in San Antonio, Texas at around 10:40 p.m. It's located in the 8400 block of Fredericksburg Road. There's no further information available. I have no idea if anyone was hurt. Fire investigators in Statesville, North Carolina, can't get inside of a plant that exploded on Sunday. The incident happened at the Bartlett Milling Company. The mill distributes flour and animal feed. The company said that the building that exploded was a cleaning house used for the early stages of the milling process. The building exploded and caught fire. 4 people were inside and 1 was seriously injured. Last this evening, 4 workers were injured, 2 seriously, in an explosion that occurred this morning at around 11 a.m. at a metal processing factory in the western Japanese prefecture of Osaka. The accident happened at a melting furnace in the plant, and police and fire department are jointly investigating the details of the explosion. Everyone, stay safe and have a great evening.